In this video, I will be going over all the PLL algorithms, and I'll be giving some pointers on how to do the right finger tricks. So you recognize this case by the fact that there's 3 edges that are incorrect, and these 2 are opposite. So everything just needs to move around anti-clockwise. And the algorithm is so for the finger tricks, you want to start with your thumb on the bottom here, and then you do like that, regrip, thumb back on the bottom, and then you just do the rest. So in this case, again, there are 3 edges incorrect, but this time they need to be moved clockwise, so the 2 edges on the left are opposite. And the algorithm is so the finger tricks for this is you start thumb on the bottom, just do these 2 moves. Thumb back on the bottom, you do all of that, and then you can do that last move. And then just with this finger, pull, and then like that. So in this case, this edge and this edge need to be swapped, and this edge and this edge need to be swapped. So you can hold it any way you like, and the algorithm is so with this case, it's mostly about doing double flicks with your fingers. So for the M moves, you want to be using your ring finger, then your middle finger. And then for your U moves, you go your index finger, then your middle finger. So the algorithm is double flick down here, flick up here, double flick down here, double flick up here, double flick there, and then double flick. So in this case, 2 edges next to each other need to be swapped, and then same on the opposite side. So you hold it with 2 edges to your front and right, and you do with the finger tricks, it's about the same as the last algorithm. So make sure you're doing your proper double M move flicks and your proper double U move flicks when you need to. So here, just make sure you're doing just 1 move with each finger, and then just U move, and then just make sure you're doing your double U moves here. So in this case, there's a big block here, and if you hold it to your front left, there's 3 corners that need to be cycled, and these 2 pieces at the back are the same. So you hold it like this, and you do so with the finger tricks for this case, you need to make sure that you're doing your double D moves with first your little finger and then your ring finger. So you do, and then little finger, ring finger, and then same thing. In this case, again, you've got a big block and you hold it to your front left. And again, you have 3 corners that need to be cycled. But in this case, the 2 pieces to your right are the same. And you hold it like this, and you do there's not much in the way of finger tricks for this algorithm. You just start with your thumb on the bottom here, you go, and then you do double flick, and then you can just do that, double flick again, and then your finger here. So in this case, nothing in the top layer is connected, and you've got 2 pieces, so this piece and this piece, that need to swap on the right, and then 2 pieces, this piece and this piece, that need to swap on the left. And you hold it with your top colors to the front, and you do with the finger tricks for this case, you mainly need to focus on your ring finger doing the D and D prime moves. So you just do like that, and then you push at the back, keep your finger here, and then do that, and then pull, and then do that, and then push, and then you have to pull again. In this case, there are 2 2x1 blocks, So these two pieces need to swap, and these two pieces need to swap. And you hold it like this, and you do For the finger tricks, it's useful to start with your thumb on the front instead of the bottom. So you do For this case, there's a block here, and there's like a 2x1 block here and a 2x1 block here. So these two pieces need to be swapped, and these two pieces need to be swapped. And the algorithm is with the finger tricks, you can start with your thumb on the bottom or the front. So if you do it on the front, you do and if you start with your thumb on the bottom, you're just doing this, and you're flicking. Both very fast, you just need to find which one works better for you. In this case, again, there's a big block here, and then there's two 2x1 blocks. But if you hold the bar on your left, the 2x1 blocks are kind of at the back. So these two pieces need to be swapped, and these two pieces need to be swapped. And you hold big block to your front, so everything's at the back, and then you do With the finger tricks, there's not much to focus on. You just go like that, you're doing an L prime. Make sure you're doing a double flick, like this, another double flick, and then you're finishing it off. With this case, there's a big line block, and nothing else really. So these two pieces need to be swapped, and these two pieces need to be swapped. So you hold it with the line on your left, and you do For the finger tricks, you want to start with your thumb on the front. Do the first three moves, your thumb should be back on the top right, and then you do the rest. You can re-grip a bit there. In this case, there's a 2x1 block here, and these two pieces are the same. So these two pieces need to be swapped, and these two pieces need to be swapped. So you hold it like this, and you do For the finger tricks, you want to be doing your double flicks with this finger and this finger. So, and then you do like with your left hand, and all of the double flicks in this algorithm you do with your left hand. With this case, there's a 2x1 block here, and these two pieces match. So these two pieces need to be swapped, and these two pieces need to be swapped. So you hold it like this, and you do For the finger tricks, you want to do the first double flick with your right hand, and then the second double flick with your left hand, and then the rest is just simple. With this case, there's two 2x1 blocks here, and nothing really on this side. So you hold it like this, and you do So for the finger tricks, I start with my finger on the top here, and I do, and then you carry on doing these moves, and I regrip here. So in this case, you've got a big 2x2 block here, and nothing else on the other side. So these two pieces need to swap, and these two pieces need to swap. So you hold it like this, and you do So for the finger trick, you start with your thumb on the top and like this finger at the bottom here, and you do these four moves, and you rotate and do the last move. Thumb on the front, and then you just do the rest. Regrip there. So in this case, you've got a load of 2x1 blocks, always on the right. So you can hold it any way you want, and the algorithm is so the Fingertricks quite nice for this one. It's just a very long algorithm. So you hold your thumb on the front at first, you do this, and then you've got this F move, and then here is where you lift it up. So in this case, again, you've got a load of 2x1 blocks, but in this case, they're on the left. So again, you can hold it any way, and the algorithm is so for the Fingertricks, you start with your thumb on the top, and then these three moves, you can regrip for your thumb on the front, and then these moves, do this F, thumb back on the front, and then you finish it off. So in this case, there's this 2x1 block, and these headlights on the left. So you hold like this, and the algorithm is so for the Fingertricks, you can start with your thumb on the bottom, do these two moves, move it across like that, down, thumb back on the bottom, that, you can regrip. So in this case, again, there's a 2x1 block on your right, but the headlights this time are on the back. So you hold like this, and you do so for the Fingertricks, you start with your thumb on the bottom, these three moves, thumb back on the bottom, and then this, cross, you can regrip here. In this case, there's a 2x1 block on your left and headlights on the right with nothing else really. And the algorithm is so with the Fingertricks, you want to start with your thumb on top and all these fingers on the bottom. You do this R2, flick here, up, flick with your left hand, up again, flick with your left hand again, regrip, down, and then regrip again here. So in this case, again, there's a 2x1 block on your left, and the headlights are at the back in this case. So you hold it like this, and the algorithm is so for the Fingertricks, you start with the thumb on the bottom, do these three moves, and then with your index and ring finger, you can do these two moves at the same time. And then thumb back on the bottom, and do this, and then that, and then you can push here, R2,